Today's shout out goes to SK Bulatu and Mr. Poetic. With that, let's review the movie Society of the Snow. Quick disclaimer, if you don't have the stomach for it, please don't watch it. And again, it is based on real events, true life stories. The stories of some guys that they were playing competitions and they actually got qualified to go on in the competition, right? And they were supposed to fly to a certain state. I'm not into details at this moment. They're supposed to fly to a certain state or to a certain country rather, to go continue the competition. These are young guys who are playing, I think, American football or rugby thereabout. Either of them do, but this was what they were playing, and they had to fly. Now they flew through an icy mountain, and unfortunately for them, their plane went down into this ice, and yeah, they lost a couple of their team and some other people on the plane, and I think about 28 of them. I'm not so sure on the details now. I've watched this a couple of weeks ago after so many things have happened in my life, and now I'm reviewing it, so I'm losing details. But a couple of them were left and they had to survive this situation they were in until they got help. Again, like I said, if you don't have the stomach for it, but in the end, I think you should have the stomach for it because it's a real life situation. I mean, it's really happened, so it's not something out of fiction. They had to survive. I mean, don't forget, they were in snow. They were in real snow, a snowy mountain, maybe, let's say 4 feet, 5 feet inch snow. And they had to survive. Don't forget, their plane is splitted into two at this point. They had to just survive. That's the English word. A survivor kicked in so hard, they had to start considering the options of eating their dead humans or their dead colleagues. Now. These guys happen to be Catholics, so they're Christians, and they couldn't even imagine the fact they are going to be committing such sin, but survival has come and they had to do it. It took quite some days before they could, agree to this, and finally they had no option than to do it. So not all of them do. Quite a few of them actually started eating their fellow colleagues that were dead. And the others kept on starving and eating whatever was left, just scavenging and all of that. And it went worse when an avalanche happened. So we had this avalanche that happened and it buried the plane with the remaining part of the plane that was on the ice or on the snow. That was not even ice, it was actually snow. The remaining part of the ice, that the plane that was on the snow, the avalanche buried them again for a couple of maybe 3 days or 2 days, for almost about, let's say, another 4 feet. So you had the plane covered with snow about 4 feet or 5 feet tall, and these guys were inside. It's pure epic survival situation. It's really emotional. You don't want to, if you don't have the stomach for it, against a disclaimer, you don't want to watch it because it was quite something, And in the end, I mean, the good news was in the end, they got rescued. But it costed them a lot, it costed a lot, but they had to get rescued. They had to hike over these mountains, about 4 major mountains, then through the wilderness until they were able to get help. So that's just the whole idea in a nutshell. It's really more deeper than this. The details are so interesting. Watching how people could survive in such situation. This is an easy 10 over 10 rating for me. I don't have any issues with it. The only issues that might be there should be the people who survived it watching the movie and saying, no, this is not what really happened, and this is not what really happened. But from a standpoint of survival and what could happen and if it is possible, I mean, they definitely wouldn't have released it if the survivors didn't watch through the whole thing and say, yes, you can go ahead. This is apparently what could have happened. It's a nice movie, really touching, real life situation, tragic, sad. 10 over 10, easy for me. Have a nice one.